Well, it's not rolling right now.
It's still rolling, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna.
But I can put whatever.
I didn't put any makeup on though.
Yeah, I know. What are we gonna do?
Do you want this on your side?
This is better.
Am I supposed to shut up?
No,
we're not starting.
No, you're supposed to start. You can talk all you want. It's about us. You know. Right. So why don't you introduce yourself? Your mic.
My name is Errol, and I'm a 58-year-old male. This is my son.
Yeah.
He has a twin sister that moved to Florida, so she cannot be here for this.
Yeah. What's your medium household income?
What? Mine?
Yeah. No. It's like what's it called? The Census Bureau.
Oh yeah.
Question. Yeah. Anyway, it's Dayi 8582. So this is like recipe number.
Oh.
So
okay.
it's like 85. That's like the recipe was made 1985, and then 8 means like they use average grade of 8, so which is like kind of larger.
Is it like a quality?
It's like the size of the leaf. So like it's like 1 through 9. So 1 would be like a really young bud, and then 9 would be like a fully mature kind of leaf. So it's like 8, and then 2 is like the factory. So this is like Long High Tea Factory. This is like the producer basically. It's like a big company. Cool. So yeah, it was stored in Taiwan for like the last 13 years, and so it's like hot and humid. I think I told you a bit about that, and so it's actually like it tastes like more aged than it would be if it were stored in like a regular part of China. You can notice there's like tea stains soaking through like the brown spots. I don't know if the camera can see that. Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually like a really famous recipe because it's like
as in like traditional or
as in like it's just pretty popular because it's like it ages really well it seems, and it's a pretty common buy. Oh, it looks pretty dark. I'm trying not to create too much dust, but
it looks like a disc brake for a car.
Yeah,
it's kind of like rough looking.
Just kind of. So I forgot my tea pick. Oh no. You got it? Thank you, Dad.
There you are.
Very good.
Anybody?
There's a cat. And I'm happy to see that it's like pretty clean looking because I've bought some tea from like Hong Kong that had like a bunch of mold on it, and it was like a little bit disgusting, but this one looks fine.
So what's best, to be digging from the edge all the way around towards the center, or you just go down until you get to the middle?
I've seen some people like go in from like this way, but I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. Although I think like the edge is a bit drier. And actually, I just learned this yesterday, which is kind of embarrassing, but this is batch number 001, which means, so like the first 2 numbers apparently are like the year, so it's 2010, but it's like, so it's like 001, or I don't know. But it means it's like the first batch, basically. Which doesn't really mean anything, it just means it's like the first batch. Because sometimes they'll make like multiple batches in a year, and sometimes it's like, the third batch might be twice as expensive as like the first one because it's like a lot better or something.
What's your temperature you like?
As hot as possible.
Does it vary with different teas or?
Yeah, like if it's like a really young Puerh, like current year, I would maybe do like 80 or 90 Celsius.
Which is less than you would on an older one? Or?
Yeah, like if it's an older one, it's like 100 or like maximum. Yeah. What do you think of the look of these?
Oh, the look of it?
Because we tried the tea from the French guy that's like the young leaves, and that's like a lot greener. This is like dark, I think.
Yeah, it's a rich brown and black.
Yeah, it looks pretty dark to me.
Yeah. It's all wound up like vines.
Doesn't really smell like anything in particular.
Yeah, it's super mild.
Yeah.
See what happens when you heat it up.
Yeah, heat it up.
Yeah.
Is that a cat? Oh, how did he get on there?
Well, I put him on there,
Oh.
but he just wants to hang a little,
I see.
closer. There you go.
I'm just gonna rinse it out first because it's old and there might be dust or something on it, you know.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
It looks like honey.
Want to smell?
Wow, it's bright.
It smells kind of sweet. It definitely doesn't smell like a young, like something that's young.
I don't know teas like you know tea, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
It doesn't, to me, it doesn't smell young at all.
So you waste the first one?
Yeah, it's just to get like dust or dirt, you know, because we do such large batches and it's maybe on like a dusty floor or something, and it's like, you know, could be something gross in there. Is he just hanging out there?
Yeah, he's pulling me. He's like pulling me towards him.
Yeah.
He wants to be part of the action. You want to come over here?
Maybe we could give him a little taste.
You just can't have you knock anything over, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes to smell it. No, let's not go on the table.
All right.
So we're drinking this
Yeah,
one.
we're drinking it. Yeah.
Let's see.
This is the one.
Alright, first one.
Yeah. Cheers.
Clean beers.
Wow. What do you? I want to hear what you think.
No, you go first.
I think it's.
I'm trying to think
really
of how to
smooth.
describe it.
It's really smooth and.
It is smooth.
Kind of sweet, and it's not very bitter at all. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because I drink a lot of like young stuff that's more like green tea, and that's pretty rough and edgy, and this one's not like that.
There's no bitterness, but it reminds me of Belgian endives in the acidity type range, so it's real mild like that.
Is that out like a wine or?
No, it's a vegetable.
Oh, okay.
But I tend to think a lot of these light colored teas are kind of like apple a little bit. It's like that a little bit. But yeah, no bitterness or anything. It's really smooth.
And I know that when this tea was young, because I've had this recipe like when it was young, and it was so bitter, it was like undrinkable. Like it was really like abrasive and kind of made my stomach upset. But this is like a lot better. So I guess they're meant to be aged.
Well, I don't know if was there ever one that I didn't like that you served?
I didn't serve you that one because it was like a small sample, and I bought it just for like educational purposes, I guess. And the ones that I give you are ones that I like approve of, and because I want to, feed you like disgusting tea. That'd be kind of weird, right?
Well, I mean, I'm a coffee drinker, and I like my espresso, strong coffee. So
yeah,
I may have killed my sensitivity to some degree by drinking that every day. But yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah, I think it'll start to pick up a bit. Maybe it'll get like stronger and more bitter.
Now, what's the story with this particular teapot, and why do you like it for this tea?
Well, I just like the shape of it mostly because it's like the pour is really nice because there's 10 holes if you look at like the filter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and for a pot that's this small, it's kind of hard to do apparently. So the pour is like really strong. So it's really easy to make like pu'er with it actually. Because for this kind of tea, it's like if you overbrew it, it's basically ruined. So you want to be like really quick. So.
And I've seen you with a lot of your teas. You just re-steep and re-steep and re-steep like a number of times. And
yeah.
You said it gets better sometimes after the second or third pour.
Yeah, it just sometimes it changes. I mean, it gets overall like after the third, it gets a little bit weaker, but sometimes it can change and be interesting. Like,
you might detect some flavors that you couldn't before.
Yeah,
stuff going on.
Yeah, kind of like that. So you want to try steep number 2?
Sure. Let me finish this one. Thank you. It seems a little darker maybe.
Yeah. Second steep is always stronger, I think.
Beautiful color.
Want to smell the leaves again?
I want to grab the honey. Because
The honey, no.
I mean, no, not to put in, but to see the
difference?
similar, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's pretty damn close.
The aroma is like really interesting. It's kind of almost reminds me of like
Whoa.
spices and
Look at this, the similarity.
yeah.
So this honey is from one of our anesthesiologists. I'm a nurse in a hospital. The anesthesiologist, Dr. D, he has his own honey that he makes on his farm.
Yeah, that's actually like very similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's basically the same. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell.
If you put like starch in this one and made it like thick, you could probably swap it out and give it to someone and they'd like throw up or something. Yeah. Yeah, Yomer is interesting. Want to smell that?
It smells sweet.
Yeah.
It isn't sweet when you drink it, but it smells sweet. It smells really nice. But like I said, I don't know much about tea, but I know if I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
The second one's a lot stronger. I taste a little more bitterness in this one now.
But it's a good bitterness. Kind of I love that in certain kinds of coffee that I like.
Yeah.
Like, some bitterness is good.
I think is Pinot Noir like bitter?
The
wine, yeah. Or is it just like not sweet?
It's not as sweet as some of the other ones that your mom liked, kind of the sweet ones. And they were okay, but when I decided to just try some other things, and I remember my dad, who lived in France, he didn't like it too sweet, so I thought, I'll try something else, and I got some help because I don't know much about wines. And the Pinot Noir kind of hit the spot. It's a little bit acidic and not too sweet. It's really nice.
Yeah, I can taste more of the astringency. Like it's kind of getting a little strong. But the leaves look pretty good actually. Like normally with like kind of like the mass-produced like Puerh, it's like kind of chopped up a bit. But this one's like, they look pretty intact. I don't know if like the camera can, probably not really see because it's too dark, but looks fine. So what do you think of this one compared to like the other one? You know, I gave you one and you said it tasted kind of like apple.
Yeah.
How does this one compare to that?
This is darker to me. I don't know what the descriptions are.
Yeah.
But it seems darker than the other one. The other one was light and airy, I would call it. And the Granny Smith type apple was more like in the other one that we were talking about. This one is more like if you took some apple slices and put them in sugar for a little bit and then tasted them, maybe like that rich, a little richer apple in this one, but not the light notes as much. That's how.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But again, I've soaked a lot of coffee on my tongue today, so
no, it's okay. No, I think you're right. Yeah, it just tastes like older and transformed like. But I still think it tastes a little bit fruity. Like it's got a little bit something in there, but you know, if this were younger, it probably wouldn't taste much like that at all. I think, and. Yes, that's interesting. What 13 years in Taiwan can do. Yeah.
Yeah. I know if I went to Taiwan for 13 years, I'd be a different person afterwards.
Oh yeah. Probably a lot cooler and like, you know, suave and.
Yeah. Now with this kind of teapot, does it absorb some of the flavors into itself or no? Does it have an enamel?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Yujing is like. It's pretty porous, but I think this particular kind is a little harder and not as porous as others. Like I've heard, so this is like Juni, which is like.
So you can go from tea to tea, different varieties, and it's not going to like create these weird residual flavors mixing with something new.
It might do that. It just kind of. I think people kind of exaggerate its effects. Like I think if you use multiple teas on it, it's not going to ruin anything. But some people make it out to be like that. Like, oh, if you drink, white tea and then you try an oolong, you just ruined your pot, or I think that's kind of bullshit. I don't know. I drink Old Haechan in this one, but I'm also drinking it with. This is like semi-aged, which I think is kind of similar. So I don't think it's gonna change anything really. I'm sure someone will disagree.
And then you just rinse it out with water, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do anything crazy. Want a little bit more? It's there.
Sure. Don't give me all of it. You keep some.
Yeah, I already filled mine, so.
All right.
Yeah.
TJ, don't knock over the honey. I would do that. That would be a mess.
Yeah, I think this is like because this cake was actually really cheap. It was $37 for the whole thing there, and this session would be like I think 70 cents for this amount of leaf.
Oh, for all
of this, everything in here is 70 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, and
it's a lot more than that if you go to Starbucks.
That's considerably cheaper. And the one that we had before, like the apple, the one you said tasted like apple, that was like $300. So it was like 10 times more expensive than this one. So I think this is like pretty good value, I'd say, just for the amount of age on it. And
so then this tea, do they somehow let you know like what altitude it was or which way was it facing? Because you were talking about teas that face certain directions. Cardinal points tend to have different.
Yeah, like it depends a lot, like on slope and stuff, but it's so hard to verify, like especially with a big factory like this, because this is definitely like a blended tea. Like they use like and all that's like secret knowledge for that the factory uses. But basically, like they try to blend cheese that are cheap and to make it into something that's like better than like the sum of its parts. And it's definitely blended to be aged. So like when you buy it immediately, you're not supposed to drink it immediately. It's like the idea is sort of like you buy like a bunch, like 14 of these, and then you put it away for 20 years and then drink it. But some of the more like single origin cakes that are not blended, they might have info about, where it was, but it's kind of the Wild West, because they could just lie about it, and it could be like cheap stuff, garbage, and they're advertising it as something that's like expensive and it's so exotic, it's from handpicked by,
And the bottom line is always what it tastes like to you and if it's good or not.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. The tea speaks for itself, I guess, is like because China's kind of like the Wild West when it comes to Puerh. I mean, you could, like, there's cases where, like, people have taken, like, actually, this is pretty common where they'll harvest tea from Laos and then import it into China and rebrand it as, like, Yiwu, which is, like, a super prestigious area.
So a little bit of cheating.
Yeah, a little bit of cheating, yeah. Although something, the tea isn't bad. It's just, they just call it something that it isn't. And I mean, there's no punishment for it, so it's like free money, I guess.
It's like rebranded.
Stuff. Isn't it? I've heard like for wine, it's like you can get in pretty big trouble. Like if you take grapes that aren't from Bordeaux and you call it Bordeaux, is that like?
I don't know that much about wine. I just know the few that I like, and I don't. There's a whole bunch of wine that I don't like that I've had. So I don't know the specifics. Who's good about that is
Jean-Claude, maybe?
Jean-Claude, maybe. I don't know offhand if he likes wine or not, actually. I have a cousin from France. But my friend Kurt Barker, he might know more about that than for sure than I do.
Yeah. But I think this is like really good to drink now. Like compared to the one that I had that was really new. This is like miles better, and it wasn't even that more expensive. It was like, I think the newer one was $33 and this is $37. So it's only $4 extra and it's plus 13 years. Is that TJ over there?
TJ's playing with the bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Or check on him. Make sure he doesn't suffocate.
Okay.
What are you doing? That's so cute. He's in a sea of bubble wrap.
Oh no. Is he drowning in there?
I gotta take a picture of him because it's really cute. TJ, look at me. TJ. I missed it. Take this picture. I wouldn't go, and then all of a sudden I didn't catch it. Anyway. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it still could benefit from more aging. Like I still.
How much did you get? Just that one?
Of this particular tea, yeah. But I got some other ones like a 2004 Jagwan cake and also 2003. Where it's like it was pressed in 2013, but it uses material from 2003. So it's really like 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now you can still continue to age it once you've opened it, or does that?
Yeah, it's going to age. It's not going to be as fast as like, our house isn't nearly as humid or hot as, a house in Taiwan or a warehouse or wherever it was stored. So it's going to age a lot slower, but I think it'll probably improve because
unless you do a humidor.
Yeah.
We're getting more. Oh, that's the post office.
Yeah. I mean, I have a little setup with like the little Bovita packs, and it seems like it'll be pretty slow aging, but I think it's fine to drink now, so I'll probably be gone before any noticeable changes happen.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I like the aftertaste. It's kind of like...
I think it's smooth. Slightly bitter on me anyway.
Yeah.
Which I like because I like the coffee temperatures. Yeah. So then maintenance on your teapot again, which I find fascinating because it is so delicate and beautiful. But so do you just rinse it with water and that's it?
Yeah.
And not even hot water?
Yeah, I use hot water because it evaporates a little faster.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yes, sir.
I got a cat in there.
Definitely has like a there's definitely a sweetness to it. I think it's the kind of sweetness that used to be astringency when it's young, but just kind of transformed.
It's from that same lady.
Oh, the artist?
Yeah.
Wow. I was wondering, one of them was shipped with UPS, the other one was USPS or FedEx?
Yeah, this is USPS. It's some of the smaller pieces. All right. Well,
Kind of done, or you want one more?
Yeah, a little bit, just not full all the way. Yeah, just
Like that? Okay. I don't want to torture you. Want to smell the leaves again?
Did I smell them before? I don't
Yeah, you did.
I think it was stronger before.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's probably better for you to drink this good quality tea that's not like processed and stuff, rather than coffee. Coffee's got a lot of benefits to it too.
Yeah. I mean, they're both pretty. This is mass produced. It's not really an artisanal product. I don't know. I think you should just drink whatever you like, because life is short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's not seeped into pesticides and stuff.
Yeah. Although I'm sure they use pesticides in this one. Whoa.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good pesticide then.
Oh yeah. It increases the yield, and makes the leaves look prettier. So
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, I think it's fine.
Hey, buddy. How are you? How are you? You're so cute. You're so cute. He's very lively today.
I guess that's the end of it.
You want to go back up here?
That's 8 by Me2. Okay. From Dayi. So yeah.
Well,
Thanks for coming on the show.
he's the expert. I'm the.
No, I'm not an expert. I'm actually kind of stupid because I thought I just learned that like the 001 is like it tells the year number, and I never knew that.
And that's consistent between different tea companies?
No, I think it's only for Dayi.
Okay. Well, then that's impossible. How many thousands of tea companies are there in China? You have to learn each.
Yeah, that's
what it means.
True.
So,
but
yeah.
I think because I've had like 5 other productions, and I just never connected the dots that like those numbers represent the year. Because somebody posted a picture. It was like a 2006 Dayi, and it was like batch 603. But they didn't say the year, so I'm like, oh, what year is 603? And they're like, oh, it's 2006 because it's like the first.
I thought maybe it was from the future, from 6003.
6003, and you brought it back. Yeah.
It's made by aliens.
Anyway, thanks for drinking with me.
Oh, thank you for letting me experiment with it and taste it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll get into the video. Goodbye, people.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.